Hi guys, hope you're well. Hope you're having a great week of training. So I've just finished my training set. Wasn't quite feeling 100% tonight, but videoed my sets anyway. I was only using the 18s tonight, so I thought let's just try and focus on what muscles are working when. So I thought I'd just do a quick video as I'm analysing and reviewing my set now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slow it back down just to half speed. So, first things first, obviously I've got kind of short fixation because I'm kind of going fast. But the main thing that I'm trying to get is this position here. So if I can get the brush. So as you can see, I've kind of got a knee bend. So I'm kind of in a flex position. Okay. Now what I'm trying to get from that is I'm trying to make sure I'm in a position where I can produce as much force as possible. So the reason, and with that, it was funnily enough, I've been picking it up from sprinting a lot lately, in terms of where we apply force. Now, obviously, as I've got flex knees there, as I push down straight into the floor, what that's going to do is that's going to send the force of the kettlebells upwards, so I'm not having to pull with my arms. But also it's going to, what I need to try and focus on a little bit more, it might be just the way I've caught this, but it also allows me to get my shoulders back. So quite a common thing that we see on clean, well, just from my guys in the gym, is kind of they're shooting the hips. I'll just get rid of some of these lines here. So they're shooting the hips forward, which means that the kettlebells then follow a trajectory where they actually end up coming outwards. So it kind of pushes the kettlebells away from the body. So then they have to pull them back in. Okay, so we want to try and form a more of a shallower angle. So rather than come in, so say we're side on now, say the kettlebells have just come through, rather than them coming at a larger angle, i.e., so say this is our backswing, rather than coming out to then come back in, what we want to try and do is, I'll do it in a bit of a different colour, fancy, still getting used to this, but we want to try and make sure that they come through and the kettlebell comes up in a shorter angle. Now what that does is it keeps the kettlebells closer to my centre of mass. So my centre of mass is pretty much my midsection, so this is obviously the heaviest part of me. This is, I want to keep all weight close to me. So as you can see, the bells go fairly weightless. My jerk's not fantastic tonight. Really trying to focus on just pushing down into the floor. You can see, hopefully you can see that acceleration pull into the floor as I'm coming through now, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm pushing down into the floor so then I can get myself in a good position where I can push my hands in. So obviously I've stood up there, I'm making sure that I've got a straight line. So at this point here, this is where I'm trying to make sure that I'm going to push my hands straight into the handles. The force has gone straight down in the floor and my shoulders have gone back. Hopefully that's making a little bit of sense. So all in all, the effect of that, hopefully with me so far guys, hopefully I'm making some sense, okay, but the effect of that, by me pushing into the floor and my shoulder going back, one, I'm using my body weight and I'm shifting it backwards to allow the kettlebells to stay closer to this center of mass, which I was talking about there. So obviously my center of mass staying close here, but also it's that sort of pulling action, because obviously my arms are attached to the kettlebells. They're like old ropes. I'm not sort of squeezing and trying to roll them in or anything like that. I'm just trying to move my body around the kettlebells, okay? So hopefully that makes sense there, guys. So I just wanted to share that with you. I mean, like I say, my jerk wasn't really on point tonight. I felt a bit sluggish and stuff like that, but the main thing is I've actually got some really good feedback from this set, i.e. thinking about the smaller muscles. I was thinking about the weight placement in my feet. Got a hell of a lot of feedback, and obviously me just watching the video now, I'm quite happy with how my overhead's developing now, and obviously just being able to stand through. As I go into the heavier bells over the coming weeks, specifically into January, I up to the 34s. Hopefully I'm going to be able to transition this technique and obviously just build my strength around it, and it's going to really transfer into the bells. So hopefully you found that helpful, guys, and yeah, get sharing your videos. If you've got any feedback, anything that you've noticed on this set, barring my fixation, like feel free, drop comments below. This is what this group's about, guys. So I really love your feedback and help me grow and try and become a better kettlebell lifter and a better coach as well. So speak to you soon, guys. Have a great one.